Alrighty, so now we're going to do the mid-game replay analysis. So this is on the tail end of the Ricky analysis. So Ricky just ended up TPing top. This is something we talked about earlier. Wanted to rotate the carry to the off lane fairly early. This is later than I would have hoped for, but works out just fine. So let's see how we are. Last hits, TA and I are pretty even, so I'm ahead of TA by 2. Our offlane and our safe laner are ahead of both of the enemy offlane safe laners, so this is fantastic. So out of us, we have first, third, and fourth place out of the top 4. Their cores are suffering and their supports are suffering. Well, this is last hits. Let's check net worth. Maybe that's a little different. TA is way ahead on net worth. That's interesting. So 400 must be more jungle stacks or something. I don't remember if he was self-stacking the jungle, but this is pretty solid. The Lina was killed a couple times, so that was a little iffy. The Lina had a bad start. The Wraith King died, once? We should have gotten him twice, I think, at least. So in the early game, actually no, I think Wraith King could have died 3 times. But basically, we had a lot of opportunities to get some early kills. The Alina died twice. The Lina probably could have died like 5 times. So the Lina was way out of position. Talked about that on the safe lane reviews. But basically, just try and communicate that when you guys have kill opportunities. We're going to practice scrimming the lanes. But really, if you guys played the bottom lane correctly, Lina dies like 5 times. And if you guys played the top lane correctly, then either Wraith King or AA die probably about 5 times combined too. So a lot of good opportunities for kills. We got to practice the Mars combo. We got to practice Dazzle target priority, and then we got to practice Lion or whatever Sugo is playing, comboing his spells to chain stun or chain disable in lane, because I feel like a lot of our time in the lane was wasted, but we should have had a huge advantage going into the mid game. TA wasn't like running around ganking at this point, so TA hasn't gotten involved in, I don't think, a single kill. I haven't gotten involved in a single kill. TA and I are both trying to just passively farm and nuke each other's wave and go back to our jungle, which is fine. We both had, very greedy farming mids. But the other 4 of you guys should have been hunting constantly early on, and this would have been a much different game if we kind of got the early kills that I expected we would. Alright, so we're going to go into the mid-game replay. First I'm going to do items real quick though, see what everyone's buying. I don't like this fucking display. Where's the other one? Alright, so I have Power Treads, Wraith Band going into, I think, Manta first, and then Diffusal. And this is just the greedy farming build that we talked about. Ricky was trying to go for more active stuff, instead going for the Diffusal. He ended up going Yasha and then Manta first, which probably wasn't the best choice. Battle Fury would have been even slower. That's what I thought the carry build should have been, and then Diffusal would have been faster and more useful and may have helped in the early ganks. So depending on our playstyle, our timings, they all could have worked, but the Manta is a little slow and a little low value. The Diffusal definitely would have been sort of the way to go with how we were trying to play the game, because we did start to fall off really hard in the mid game, and better team ganks around the Ricky would have maybe turned that around, because the Ricky was exploring a lot in the mid game here. Lion looks like he's going for Tranquil Boots. That seems about right. Mars has the Bracer. That's wrong, so we talked about that. This is too defensive. You were going for kills in lane, so you want to get the Phase Boots first. But going for the Bracer, you're tanking up a little bit. You also need to get the value point in your block. If you don't do that, then just go straight for the aggressive spell build and go straight for the aggressive item build. You get early boots, and then you get better spears. Better spears means you kill the Wraith King 3 times instead of 1 time. Dazzle as value mask. I remember that being bad. Talked about that in his replay of the Magic Stick, and looks like Dazzle's just straight up broke otherwise, but that sounds about right. Alright, so let's see how the game goes from here. So Ricky just TP'd top, and you guys are looking for a kill, and I think Mars starts a really clunky arena here in a second. So let's actually go to directed, or actually we'll go to free camera, and we'll see this. Okay, so Mars is in a bad spot. They think he's alone. Mars is going for the kill, stun the AA, which is probably the better one, because Wraith King would have gotten away with his second life anyway. Alright, so Mars throws the nuke. That's maybe not necessary, but okay, you just nuke his first life, and then he gets away. Lion, you want to mana drain, and this is a good start. So this is excellent. So you guys just got a kill on the AA, and you took away Wraith King's second life. So right now, we are in a fantastic position. The Dazzle's just sitting here holding the bottom. He's trying to get his last level. He probably doesn't need to be up here with you guys. The three of you represent a huge kill threat. And so there's a lot of chance that you guys, easily delete anybody. 9:54, so the Tome of Knowledge is coming available in 6 minutes. So Lion is going to hit level 6 either naturally or... Okay, he's kind of low on XP. So Lion needs the Tome, but either way, he's going to hit his level 6 probably at about 10:20. So when AA comes back, you guys are going to have Finger of Death, and this is going to be a fantastic kill lane here. And you guys should bully people out very easily and kill anyone that shows up, and then invade the jungle, chase the Wraith King out, chase the AA around, and take over this top tier 1. And for some reason that doesn't happen. And I actually haven't seen this far into the video yet, so let's see what goes wrong. Alright, I'm doing mid things. You guys are over here. Alright, so you guys are chasing Wraith King, scaring him a little bit. Okay, Dazzle buys the Tome. So that's a huge mistake. So normally the P5 will need the Tome because he's doing worse on XP, but Dazzle's level 6 has no value here. So Dazzle is solo holding the bottom lane. Your cooldown reduction on the Dazzle is worthless, so I should have micromanaged this a little bit more. But Dazzle taking the Tome is lane losing here, because if you guys get the Lion at his finger, then you guys have that extra kill threat I was talking about. I still think you can kill anyone without the Lion's finger, but that's a huge fucking part of it. This extra 600 damage is gigantic, and Dazzle sort of leeching XP in the bottom lane by himself doesn't need the level 6 for bad juju. You're going to get level 6 naturally because you're in a lane all by yourself and you're just soaking up all the XP that Ricky normally would be going for. And Lion is now tri-laning, so he's getting nothing for XP, and it's going to be much harder for him to try and find any farm as he stays here close to the Mars. So that's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. The P5 doesn't always get the book. It is whose level 6 is more impactful if someone doesn't have it, or whose level anything is more impactful. And right now, the most important level to add to anybody is the Lion. So I'm not near anything. Dazzle's not near anything important. I'm at level 10, but that's just a nice stat. But this level 6 finger is probably the single biggest one level or power spike we have on the entire team. So that's a huge mistake. I actually didn't notice that before. That will probably explain why you guys don't go a little more aggressively for some kills here, but I think you still should. Alright. So you guys are here. Mars should be cutting this wave. Okay, so running up here to invade and threaten the Wraith King is okay, but you guys are threatening this tower. So when you guys threaten this tier 1 tower, a fundamental move that someone has to do, it doesn't matter if it's a core or support, is you have to pull this creep wave. So you have to get this creep wave, and you have to pull it into either the small camp, then the medium camp, or pull it all the way through and just take it back to the tower and let it die somewhere else. But basically, we need this wave of creeps to push into that tower completely unopposed, and then they either have to TP in a hero or 2 heroes to defend it, and that's when you guys get your gank kill potential, because at 10 minutes in, you guys can easily dive a tier 1 tower. Ricky's been doing it since like minute fucking 4 for some reason. So the 3 of you guys together can all dive a tier 1 tower, and it should be a successful gank still. But to do that, you guys need to pull this creep wave out. So Lion or Mars, one of you can go in and invade, but one of you absolutely 100% has to pull this wave and then make sure that this tower starts getting beat on because it has no creeps to defend it. Alright, so you guys come up and look at the Wraith King. You're not doing anything. He throws his stun, which is weird because he's got no reincarnation. Alright, and they TP the Dragon Knight up. You guys don't pull the wave, so now the tower is defended by itself, and now you're all sort of playing into this jungle area without doing anything. Ricky's trying to farm it. That's cool. But unfortunately, like, these should be hitting the tower now. And you guys should be going for the Dragon Knight. Alright, so there needs to be a Dragon Knight kill, like, in the next couple seconds, right here. If you guys aren't doing much anything, maybe you're going to wait till he comes out a little bit. That's cool. Okay, Mars pops his salve. He's going to heal up a little bit. You don't have arena, so, okay, so that's a mistake. So you guys, the Ricky is showing in lane. Ricky is trading with the Dragon Knight and harassing him a little bit, trying to get his last hits. Mars salves up. Mars has extremely low mana. Your ult is about to come off cooldown. You really need the ult to kill him, because like we said before, the ult adds 500 fucking damage to your combo. So it's basically like adding the Lion Finger of Death, because, that's 600 some damage. So by not having enough mana for this combo, you've removed 500 fucking damage from the kill threat here. Dragon Knight has 16 or 1500 health, 1200 right now, 15 max. So 500 off of that, 400 figure magic damage reduction, that gets him down to 800. And then the three of you can do 800 around the arena easily. So this Dragon Knight's an easy kill. He's not some like unkillable monster with like so much health and so much armor that it's impossible. He's got a lot of armor, but the magic damage should be enough. And again, you're missing Finger, which is a huge mistake. But nuking the wave and coming up and just beating him with one shield crash like that, the God's Rebuke, that was worthless. So that one God's Rebuke did very little damage to him. You nuked him for a little bit. The thing is, his regen's going to bring that back. So when you guys nuke the Dragon Knight and you guys go in for the kill, it has to be burst damage. You guys all have to go in and chain everything together so that he doesn't have 100 seconds or something to regen all that health. Because if you give him that much time, he's just going to come all the way back. But if you guys run in, you throw the arena, the spear, Lion puts his stun after you get the spear, God's Rebuke, plus Ricky is hitting him in the ass the whole time, like that's a lot of damage. You guys get this kill easily. Or at least you have the chance to go for the kill. But now that you've used God's Rebuke, you've now ruined the next 30 to 60 seconds of even having any potential of trying to go for the kill on the Dragon Knight. Okay, pop the Clarity, get some more mana, cool. Dazzle's in lane by himself, he's probably going to die. That's unfortunate, he pushed up with the wave. You shouldn't do that. This is a big kill right here. So actually, you guys should be going for the AA and not the Dragon Knight. But, either way, Dragon Knight's way out of position. This is still an okay kill too. So where's your arena? Throw the arena, throw the arena. You're farming. Okay, so now you are trying to contest Ricky's farm. Ricky's the carry, you're the P3, so you don't need this farm as much as he does. Ricky's really trying to get a decent fucking item because he still doesn't have an item yet. He has power treads. You need to be setting up for a big arena here. You absolutely cannot show in this wave. You cannot steal Ricky's farm, and you can't sit here and do nothing when this is a perfect kill attempt. You guys are 3v2, you have the arena, you have Soul Ring, so you pop the Soul Ring, you throw the arena, that's 150, you got 50 left, plus another 150 here, that's enough for the spear, you got 60 after that, so maybe a couple seconds later you're going to have enough for God's Rebuke. What's your mana regen? 8.4, so 3 more seconds, yeah, you have enough mana to throw the entire combo. You can arena, spear, God's Rebuke in the entire time that the fight's going to go on, so you have enough mana for the whole thing. You absolutely need to be using it. So one of the other things with Arena is it breaks trees. So you don't need to be in this fucking area. So right here, this is like sort of the lane path. This is sort of where the creeps are fighting. And this is not your area because you are seen and you are visible. You need to be standing right here where this fucking sentry ward is in the tree line. They won't see you because they're not going to have vision here. They're not going to put a observer ward right here where they have a sentry ward. That's an okay spot for a sentry, but no one would ever put an observer there. Like, that's just dumb. But by you standing right here, you can cast your arena in like this ring. Because it's got like a cast range of maybe like this, but then when you add the circle, it becomes an arena like that. This is starting to get fucking messy, but you get the idea. Basically, Mars should be on the side. Mars should not be showing, because if you show all three of you, like they see, oh, 3 of their fucking heroes are together. They're P4, they're P3, and they're P1, all standing on top of each other. Maybe we'll TP in someone else, or maybe we'll have our support kind of stand by the Dragon Knight in case he gets jumped. But if you guys don't show, and if it's Lion over here in the tree line, Mars is right here, and Ricky is all by himself, then this is what makes them think, oh, we're actually safe. Let's push the Dragon Knight up the lane, and let's get him exposed. Now he's out of his tower protection ring, which is something like this, and then you get an arena right here, and he's dead. So Mars should be, like we said, right here in the trees. You cast the arena, you get the AA or the Dragon Knight. Really, I think you should be going for the AA kill here because it's just too free, and then you can right-click the Mars to death or the Dragon Knight out of the lane after you kill the AA threat. And you basically, arena, spear one of them, preferably this guy, but you can go for the Dragon Knight if you want to. All these trees die because these trees aren't going to stay alive. The arena breaks all of them, and then you have the whole combo. Ricky goes in, Ricky starts jumping on probably the AA. Ricky will probably jump the AA smokescreen, solo kill him, so that leaves the Mars and the Lion to start going for the Dragon Knight, and you guys are all good. But right now you're kind of dancing around doing a whole lot of nothing, and you're showing them that everyone is here and that you don't intend to actually fight and jump them. Alrighty, pop another Clarity, and again, you're not doing anything. Right there, cast your fucking arena. You catch the AA and the Dragon Knight. And look at this, the Dragon Knight's actually invading. So at this point, the 3 of you guys are playing scared of the fucking Dragon Knight. Like, he's so fucking far down here that he's actually completely left the tower, he's completely left his support, and he's running at you 1v3. Like, this is embarrassing. You guys should have easily killed him right here. There are no creeps, so if you arena right here, You cast the arena in this circle, and again, you want the line to open, but if he doesn't, you cast the arena, you fucking spear him into it. That's 500 damage from the arena, plus, was it 200? How much damage does this shit do now? 325 damage from your spear, so that's 500, 325. I should have like a text thing here for something else. God's Rebuke is what, 200%, so you're doing 80, so that's going to be 160 damage. This is all before reductions. This is just napkin math. Lion is going to throw his stun. Lion's stun is probably worth, what, 200 some damage. Okay, cool. Keep fucking this up. 200 some damage for the lion. Whoops, that is terrible. And then Ricky is probably going to Tricks of the Trade, and there are no other creeps around him. The cart may come up close, but if he Tricks of the Trade right here over where you do the arena, they're going to be backstabbing him over and over again. So he's probably going to get, like, what, 3 or 4 backstabs? And so what's the Ricky multiplier on that? It's backstab plus 70%. Attack damage reduction. Yeah, agility increased 70%. So it's 40, maybe another 30, so probably 130 per hit, so probably 360 damage from him. And this is all before reduction, so it's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1600 damage. And that's without Lion Finger. So you guys can drop 1600 damage before reductions on the Dragon Knight right here where he's way out of position. This is a huge kill opportunity, and I don't understand why you guys aren't going for it. You guys were telling me in game, you know, oh, the Dragon Knight came up and we couldn't do anything. Like this is the spot where even if you don't kill him, you take the Dragon Knight down to 300 or 400 health, and then he gets scared, he has to leave because he thinks he might die, and then you guys take the tier 1 tower for free because AA can't turn around and then defend into the 3 of you. Alright, so you hit him, you don't do anything, Ricky's back to farming, you guys are all dancing around, dancing. Yeah, this is so weird, nothing's happening here. And now the Ricky and, like, the Lion and the Mars are just playing around. You guys are doing nothing. Oh, I remember this. So Ricky actually dies. So you guys are 3v2, and you actually die when you guys have the numbers advantage. Mars and Lion go exploring. You guys like walk out here to the bottom of these stairs, which makes no sense. If this cliff is warded, they see that the whole time. If you want to deward that, that's fine. Run up to the cliff, deward it. But running up to the bottom of the stairs here just to do nothing is completely useless. You can either send one person, probably the Lion, maybe the Mars, but one of the 2 of you to go into the lane and start looking for the Wraith King and maybe interrupt his jungling if for some reason you suspect he's there. But you shouldn't be leaving the Ricky by himself because now you've flipped a 3-2 advantage into a 1-2 disadvantage, and now Ricky dies for nothing. So now we lost our carry, and you guys never got the kill that you should have easily gotten. So this is where we kind of start to lose it. Alright, where's my directed camera? Alright, so what else is going on here? Alright, so now Dazzle shows up top. Kind of late, not a lot of value, but it, you know, could be good if he gets his poison on the Dragon Knight while you guys are doing the whole combo. Everyone goes bottom, so I'm not sure about this. I don't remember what the call was over voice, but this big rotation bottom confuses me because you guys just fed the Ricky for fun up top. You didn't kill anybody. You didn't even try to kill anybody. Now you guys are all going bottom, and I don't understand why. The Wraith King is here. Wraith King has 2 lives, so he's a whole lot harder to kill than the Dragon Knight. You know, if you guys think Dragon Knight is a tough target, Wraith King times 2 is probably even tougher of a target, because it takes a whole lot longer, and he's going to have 2 stuns. Dragon Knight's only going to have 1 stun in the time that you attack him, and because the Wraith King takes longer and he's the fucking carry, everyone's going to TP in to save him, where if you guys jump the Dragon Knight, everyone thinks, oh, offlaner got caught out, he's dead, whatever, he's an offlaner. So this whole rotation bottom is confusing to me because I thought I was pretty clear on what the plan was. We're going top, we're going to force this tier 1 tower, and we're going to kill it. And you guys could have easily killed the Dragon Knight, or at least bullied him out of lane. You could have invaded to try and go into the jungle, look for something. The TP bottom is not great. You don't need to defend this bottom tier 1 tower. This is very low value. It's nice if we can hold it for no reason, but by giving it up in exchange for giving back all this space to these guys, we're losing what early game momentum we had. And we should have had pretty good early game momentum. Alright. I'm on directed camera, it's not... Why does it keep putting me on that trap? It's so weird. Alright, so someone is up trying to ward or something. Okay, so Ricky is exploring. I don't know what Ricky's doing here. Ricky's trying to go for a kill. Lion doesn't even cast a spell, which is weird. So Lion just feeds, even though he had Hex and Earth Spike. Hex is a zero cast point, so the Lion should have been able to immediately Hex, especially since the Ricky was walking behind the TA. So that was just a feed. Alright, now we've got Mars farming the off lane, which isn't terrible if we were taking over the top. Like, the off laner farming in the dead lane is good stuff if we've already taken over the top side. But because we haven't taken over the top side, now we're just making it harder for the Ricky to play anywhere. Alright, so Dragon Form's up top. Alright, Dragon Knight has Dragon Form now that he's hit level 6, so this is a harder target. I don't think the Ricky should trade, but whatever. Okay. Mars is getting beat up on bottom. Dragon Knight's still here. Big poison. Poison on the wrong target. You don't even chase, so that's cool. Doesn't really matter because it was a hard target. Okay. First kill on the Wraith King. Totally worthless. Just like last time we got the kill on Wraith King. If you only get the first life and you don't pressure him or you don't kill him afterwards, then it's pointless. Because then you're just telling the Wraith King, oh, okay, you should go jungle for the next 200 seconds and we're not going to pressure you at all. So if we don't follow up that Wraith King first life kill, then something's wrong. Alright, net on the Dragon Knight. I'm going for this guy. Get a poison. Good stuff. Okay, a lot of stuff there, but we're not going to finish him off, so we're out. Oh, no, we do finish him. Okay, good stuff. For a second, I thought we weren't going to get him, but we definitely had enough damage. Alright, so good kill on the Dragon Knight. We lose mid while Naga's out because, you know, no one defends against the TA. The TA with Deso is very clearly going to take your tower. It doesn't even have Deso, so TA is a little, going to be a little passive for a minute here. I don't think TA's been involved in any fights yet. So this is even where we get really stomped. Yeah, TA got the free kill mid when Lion fed her at the rune. But, I don't think we need anything else. Okay, Ricky goes for a dive kill here. I remember Ricky dies here because Dazzle plays the spells backwards. He uses heal instead of grave. I do remember that. That's a Dazzle thing, so you have to not use the heal if you don't have enough mana for the grave, and the grave is the one thing that actually is going to save him. So let Ricky get away with 5 health rather than heal him and try and keep him higher. So that's a misplay on the Dazzle heal. Yeah, it keeps putting me at this fucking trap. Alright, so because we didn't take those towers we needed to, we are falling behind. We're not ganking or roaming anywhere. We want to see us try and do something a little more aggressive here. Alright, so where's Ricky going? Ricky's up top, so he's just going to passively farm top. Everyone is in the jungle, so Mars is farming his lane. Lion is stacking, that's good. Dazzle is stacking, that's good. We are playing very slow here. Dragon Knight's getting further ahead, so the advantage we did have over Dragon Knight is gone. This Wraith King's level. Only 9. Wow, Wraith King is level 9. So we could have really pressured the Wraith King some more. That is very interesting. How under-leveled the Wraith King is. Really, that tells me that the TA was the mid-game carry here and gave us trouble. But when we group up, the TA should be an issue. Okay, so again, we're doing the same thing. We see the Dragon Knight in lane, we're posturing around, and we're keeping the Mars just hanging out on the side. So playing here in the jungle is worthless if you're not getting ready for the jump. We have to use this and turn this into a jump on that Dragon Knight. They're probably not going to send everyone to save Dragon Knight unless he somehow manages to run all the way back to his tower. But with the arena, the whole point is he doesn't run back to the damn tower. Alright, so flank on Dragon Knight. What's going on here? Earth Spike. Earth Spike. Where's the damn Earth Spike? Okay. And then he stuns you, so bad arena. Too late. Everyone's already coming back. You don't spear. Okay, so you're spearing backwards, so that's okay. Yeah, so that Dragon Knight lives there because we played that all wrong. So the Lion did an Earth Spike immediately. The Mars did an arena immediately. The Mars did not spear into arena immediately. The Mars tried to use Rebuke and then save spear for later. The finger was good at the end, and that was a nice thought. But that should have been a very easy Dragonite kill. And that's the same Dragonite kill that we could have gotten here in this lane for the past like 8 minutes. Whenever Dragonite was here, you guys could have played that exact same combo, except if you guys combo it right, then it works out. Lion, Earth Spike, Arena, Spear. When Spear stun duration is out, you rebuke. Lion hexes, and then Mana Drain slow, and everyone continues to hit on him the whole time. It is way more than enough damage. And this right here, him getting away at level 10, where he's actually stronger than he was 8 minutes ago, when you guys first rotated at 9 minutes, is proof that you guys could have easily killed him the first time. Or bullied him out like this. Even if you nuke him like this, Dragonite has nothing now. Dragonite, if he survives this point, I don't know, Ricky's diving in for him, then he has to run all the way back to the fountain. So you've basically taken over this whole lane, and then you can freely beat on this tier 1 tower. So this was an extremely winnable game if we had just gone in and actually fought, instead of just looking at the Dragonite and thinking he's too tanky. For some reason, we all just thought the Dragonite was too tanky, and he couldn't be killed, but he was very easily killable. This is an inventory mistake. You have an Iron Branch instead of your Windlace. So, again, not allowed to buy Iron Branches anymore. The only reason anyone on the team can buy Iron Branches is if you are turning them into turning your Magic 6 into Magic Wands, because you guys are making too many mistakes with this. So this needs to be Windlace right here, so that you have the movement to then run up past after the Lion Earth Spikes and then stun them backwards if for some reason you don't have the Arena. Or you just have enough movement speed that you can actually keep up with the Dragonite and continue to right-click him. Alright. Alright, so he does get the Dragonite kill, that's good. Maybe he dies for it though. No, he gets out, good stuff. Alright, so the Ricky saved that Dragonite kill, that looked really iffy. But if you guys played the combo correctly, it wouldn't have even been that hard. Alright, so Naga's coming out. Alright, big team fight avoided here. I don't know why we're going back for it. Looks like we're going back in, but looks like we're resetting now. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that would have been a good team fight, but it was a good kill on the Dragonite. Way too late, but it worked out finally. Mars has a shovel. You need to use that constantly off cooldown. If you're not going to, you got to give it to someone else. You have to shovel this all the time so you can get whatever the items are. See what everyone else's items are going to be. Pause here so I don't miss anything. Alright, so still going for that first Manta for the Naga. That may have been a mistake. I should have also gone Diffusal first, but I didn't think the rest of the team was going to be as slow. I didn't think I needed to help in these early fights, so I kind of went for the greedier item here. Lion just has a magic stick. Finally got his Tranks, that's cool. The Mars is going for the Yules, that's excellent. The Yules is going to be very good here. Ricky's still trying to get the... looks he's got an Ogre Axe. What the hell is Ricky going for? Oh, S and Y. Okay, interesting. Thought he was going for Manta, but S and Y instead. Not a big fan of that, but okay. And then Dazzle's going for Solar Crest into... is that the Medallion buildup? No. Doesn't look like it me, but that's the Medallion buildup. Okay, cool. So all that looks reasonable-ish. 18 minutes, we should have a second set of neutral items. Not sure where or why we don't have... Okay, so we got 5 neutral items, so someone who doesn't have a neutral needs to pick one up. So Lion, or whoever the last person is at 17 minutes, 4 people out of 5 get a neutral, and at 17 minutes, then you start getting another set. So everyone has enough to get a thing of neutral items. Alright. Okay, so this tower is easily deniable. Looks like Dazzle's going for it. Miss it. Okay, whatever. Nothing. No big loss there. Dazzle's in a weird spot. Everyone else is kind of fighting over here. Ricky is invading for a kill or something. The Ricky has no kill potential solo, and I tried to reiterate this over and over again. The Ricky should never be invading the jungle to try and pick off people by himself. You're not that strong this early, especially since you don't have the Diffusal. But even if you had the Diffusal, that's not a good idea this early on. We really need the Ricky to roam with the Mars and the Lion so that you guys can throw the whole combo and you can kill anybody, even if it's someone tankier. Because the chance you run into Lena or AA is 40% of the team, whereas more likely you run into TA, Wraith King, or Dragonite trying to jungle, because the AA shouldn't be jungling. And the Lina will be split pushing waves from the tree line on the side of a lane, so she's not seen and no one sees who's pushing. So it's more likely you run into a tanky target if you invade their jungle. And if you invade the jungle like that and you run into the tanky target, if you've got Mars and Lion behind you, then you've got a kill. But if you're just by yourself, you're wasting your time. You're not farming. You're maybe putting pressure and getting some vision, but it's not worth the trade-off. You really have to invade, get a kill with the Lion and the Mars, drop some vision, and then back out and go back to your farming pattern, wait for Lion Finger and Mars Arena to come back, and then do it all over again. Alrighty, so now we get real passive here. Sort of win probability, probably pretty bad, 35%. And it's supposed to get better for us as the game goes later. I forgot to do the strats thing, but basically we start off at an early game disadvantage, and then it tapers out into an advantage at the late game. But that's just the Naga Wraith King matchup, which is really good for us late. But we never got to late because we made too many mistakes early. Worthless, so I don't know what the tricks of the trade was there for. Maybe you thought he was stunning you, but you're going to see the animation. He's going to kind of cock his arm back and punch the skull forward. You weren't dusted or anything, so that was kind of weird. And it didn't secure like a CS or anything. See, look at this. Now you have to run away from the guy that you should be hunting. So that's a real shame. Alright, what's everybody else doing up here? We're posturing around. We're finally taking the tier 1 tower, about 11 minutes late. Okay, good stuff. We're losing to tier 2. Is Ricky gonna die here? Yeah, so Ricky just TP'd into that and then dies. That's not good, but they're posturing up nicely. I don't know if that was a smoke gank or anyone blinked in or what. Anyone have a blink? Okay, so Dragonite has a blink, so that's probably what killed him. That was probably a blink reveal on the DK. Iffy, not enough people are here, so this looks like a bad fight. You're gonna get the Luna maybe. You get the Dragonite, that's good stuff. Okay, Dragonite does drop, so that's good. Everyone TP'd in. I don't remember that. This game was so long ago. But that did end up being a good arena. Not really sure what the Dazzle's chasing for, but okay. The problem is we're using the Naga to try and turn these fights when we need to be using the Ricky. So the whole point is the Naga's going to be the farming, carry sort of a mid. Good spear into the tree, good setup. Alright, and then we get a first life, and we're in trouble here. Yeah, so we don't have enough to get him twice. With TA coming around on the backside, we're in trouble. Yep, one shot to the Lion, and bad fight. Yeah, where's the Ricky this whole time? Okay, there's Ricky now. This is the we're getting out. I think we all die as we try and get out too. So like even the escape goes poorly. Yeah, so Dazzle gets caught running through the trees. You gotta run straight into the trees and just TP. Like, you can't try and run in. That's actually a mistake that I've noticed several weeks now. We try and walk away from fights way too often. So if we do a disengage, especially if it's something like a Naga song, you just run into the TP, you just run into the trees and TP. Okay, so Dazzle's not even carrying a TP. So you should always have more than one. If you only have one TP scroll, you're cutting it too close. You're trying to buy your next item or whatever. You gotta be better at buying extra TP scrolls because you're gonna use them all damn game long. So if you buy them early, it's just a little inefficient, but you're not wasting them. They're gonna be used. But I do remember we try and walk away a lot, particularly on the game where I think I was a Magnus and everyone tried to walk away from fights. We kept getting picked off because they had a lot of catch. This game, same plan. TA is going to have her blink, Dragonite's going to have his blink, A is going to be throwing tracers and vision everywhere, so Lina almost definitely is going to have a Yules. Yep, going for the Yules. So there's just no way you guys can walk away from fights. Try to get used to running away, getting around a grove of trees, and then TPing out. Or if you don't have your TP, run into the grove of trees and hide. Stop trying to run all the way down the map because they're going to see you. And then you just wait, the 30 seconds or whatever it is until they walk away, and then you can go back to doing what you're doing. Alright, so our win probability is probably really bad now. 8k behind in gold. Everyone's splitting farm, doing a whole lot of nothing. Alright, so it looks like they're at the Roche pit. And they're posturing for Roche very clearly. We know we don't have Song. Thing is, we have to kill someone other than the Wraith King first. We got to go in and grab the Dragon Knight and the TA. And if we get the TA first, we're okay. Yep, so now we're just sort of chain feeding or something. I'm not sure why we're all posturing here. So Naga's deep pushing. We're waiting for him to come to the tower. There's no pickoff potential here. Like, that's a completely wasted tricks of the trade. I don't know why you're trying to nuke the wave with your tricks. Yeah, now they're rushing. Alright. Don't have the arena, don't have Dazzle. Oh, we do have arena. Okay, half strength, that's good stuff. We have to leave. We're waiting for the Dazzle to come back, I think. Yeah, they're coming up into us. When they jump out like that, something's wrong. We're in a bad spot. Alright, arena looks okay. Gotta get someone other than Wraith King, though. We keep trying to attack Wraith King first. Does TA have a BKB? TA does not have BKB yet, so TA is the prime target. Wraith King has second life and is a terrible choice. There's absolutely no reason that the Mars should be comboing the Wraith King there. You have to go for TA, especially while she doesn't have BKB. Very unfortunate choice of targets, because we kill the Wraith King very quickly, which is nice, and then Wraith King comes back and we're still outnumbered. We've blown all our fucking spells. So we gotta have better target priority there. I think this game is pretty much dead after this point too. There's not a lot of issues, I think, with the macro calls. The ganking didn't work at all. We talked about that. I think that is almost exclusively because of how poorly the lanes went compared to how well they should have gone. I think if the lanes were played correctly, we would have been roaming and ganking and picking people off constantly. It would have been a completely different game. Once we get to this late stage, how long did this game fucking go? Like 35 minutes or so? 37. I don't remember any of this being particularly important. I think we sort of turtled up early. We kind of waited for them to snowball, and then we just lost based on a really bad farm disadvantage and not having those early kills and map control that we needed. I don't think we have any big misplays in team fights. Okay. So yeah, we're getting sieged at 27 minutes, so if we're getting our high ground pushed in at 27 minutes, we're probably pretty far behind on farm, and there's not a lot of strategy left. Alright, I don't remember particularly if there was something, but I'm just going to go ahead and say that, you know, losing racks at 27 means we lost the early game to the point where, you know, no matter what my strategy was, we're probably done here. Alright, so I would say we need to focus on the laning. We're going to practice that. The mid-game calls are okay, because I'm sure, or I'm trying to make sure that I micromanage all that because of, you know, how the first couple weeks went. So I'm going to continue to micromanage the mid-game fights. What I'm also going to do is I'm also going to start checking on people's items and shit, and the way you're playing the lane earlier, or try to get you guys to at least talk about it with your lane partner. Because I would say, you know, even despite how it looks right now with this 13k deficit, 27 losing Rex, I would say we had a fantastic chance to take over the game early on. And several kills on the Dragon Knight and the Wraith King, or the Lina and the Wraith King. Even with the TA getting pretty strong, the Wraith King was like several levels behind at some point. And once we slow down his game enough, the Ricky starts ganking with people, we can hunt down and kill the TA before she gets BKB, and when we take over the whole map. And this whole game goes very differently, and we 2-0 the series. But we'll talk about that in practice. I think we're still missing some last hitting practice from some people, and then I'm going to try and just invite people to party queue, and then I'm just going to lane partner or either coach some folks for certain mechanics. Alright, that's that.